estate now live in emergency accommodation. A new record on your watch, Taoiseach. As we speak, there are 3,594 children who are in emergency accommodation in this state. And of course, we know that the real homeless figure is much higher.
Protesters out in Dublin today raised the roof on the worsening housing and homelessness crisis.
Her children don't know the landlord is selling up and they face being homeless again, having previously lived in a hotel room.
I was there for 14 months. I had myself, my husband and my 4 kids.
I began to feel a little bit worried.
A young teacher had come to me and said they can no longer afford the rent here in Dublin. They've had to move in with their siblings, they're living on couches. This is the reality, unfortunately.
They have to be out of their home by the end of next week, and after months of looking for a new place, today is their first viewing and they say they're getting desperate.
People in their 20s, people in 30s, 40s, 50s even, who are stuck in housing they can't afford. They feel hopeless. I've been shocked how people actually feel ashamed about their housing situation. They feel somehow their fault.
Do you want the job or don't you?
Very obvious problems that we're facing in Ireland to do with dereliction and vacant buildings.
The streets are not safe for ordinary people. That is unacceptable.
Young people living in hostels, without homes. Young people are primary school children without a home. It's absolutely scandalous.
The amount of money that is basically being siphoned out of the country through corruption, the amount of people that were taken off their tracker mortgages, the amount of corruption that is endemic and systemic.
Ireland is a great case study of poor policy implementation.
This is an outrage. You hear an outrage. Nothing on earth will move me from this stage.
Oh, I want to die.
There's no front line to rat out bankers, not the professional classes. It's not those people that essentially are trying to kick you out of your home and a bunch of funds. It's the other guy, the bus driver, the guy in labour, the other guy that's in the same job as you are, because the working classes compete for resources, and he knows that. And as long as you're looking at your neighbour and thinking that your neighbour is the one that's doing you out of it, you're not looking at the banker, and it's your taxes, and it's not people that are basically funneling them out of the country. It's this bloke in a tracksuit, but it wasn't blokes in tracksuits that went out of the country, it was blokes in suits.
Say it loudly and proudly. Fuck you.
Shatner's ain't seen for 23 years. I'd give his face for his lived most of his life. And a single reference left in various rent properties around the country. Only it remains the welfare to them all. He loved the voice. I'm gonna drill from it all. Make the feel this is an over voice. He lived the life of suffering with pain. And sickening all the way down the front. Aching as a day keeps the sorrow of that day. I get to fight and pain drill like a bullet. Cracking jumps down your lumber. Dolphins open blood. You forgot what bollocks you told.
Well, he won and lost, became so desperate he considered suicide. People can lose so much and so quickly, but there's also been a clustering of betting shops in town centres, and often they're alleged targeting people with the least money, bred the most in poorer areas.
Oh, I'm just losing my mind, that's all.
And the last chance he took was the one that done. And the last chance he took was the one that done. Always on the back and he gets the worst kind. Where something make the worst better than life. And it's heading back again. And it's heading back to get him.
Some 6,500 suicides were registered in the UK. That's 686 more deaths than the previous year, an 11.8% increase.
So about 1 in 6 people who are working today and